What's going on, guys? Taimanin Amazing here, back with another video. In today's video, guys, I'm gonna be going over Noah Brown and my first impressions on her, because I just actually picked her up yesterday and I had to play test with her a little bit. She's not obviously maxed out yet, so again, these are my first impressions. I'm not gonna for sure say she's really bad or she's really good. I'm just gonna give you guys what I see from her as a in her kit and what she can do. And yeah, we'll go over all her skills. We'll play in the playtest area and I'll kind of show you what she can do. But I don't think she's anything too crazy though, guys. She can be good, but from my first impressions, I don't think she's gonna be the best character in the game, right? Definitely not. But we'll go through all of her skills and I'll kind of show you what she can do, and we'll also show you her ultimate as well. We'll go into a stage and I'll show you what her ultimate can do. But her ultimate is probably the coolest thing about her, because she does get a giant form. But yeah, and she's also invincible during her ultimate as well. But here we go. So this is gonna be Pinocchio's prank. So what you do is you hold and then you repeat attack. So you do this, and then it's gonna launch them up into the air and it'll knock them down like that. So if you do this, you should just, there you go, like that. So that's what it's gonna do. That's how you're gonna be able to proc that, and it's not too bad, but I don't think that skill you're really gonna use that often, right? The next one's gonna be this one right here, the hold, where you do the jump and you attack into them like that. So if you hold down, it just does like a front flip kick, right? So you can hold down your dodge button and it does that. So that's not too bad, right? We have Caroline's Malice, which is going to be this thing right here, which I kind of like this ability. It's kind of like Flame Charge from Pokemon, if you've seen something like that. Basically, you just hold it down and then you can just attack into the enemy like that, which is pretty cool. And then if you let go, it does a big amount of damage right there. The next thing is going to be the Marauding Mandy. So if you do an attack a normal attack with her attack string and then you hold down, you're going to be able to just do DPS over time on the enemy like that. So yeah, you just hold down and then you let go and you're out of it like that. So not too bad right there. We also have Robert's Revenge. So if you dodge and then attack, you do a little basically you do a little stab right there. So you do a dodge and then you stab, and it gives you a heal. If you run full blue, it gives you a heal. So I'll show you guys in the actual thing what they provide, but for bonuses depending on the set bonus. But if you run full blue, you do get HP bonus. So if you run 2 set blue, so that's pretty cool. We have Juliet's Snare, which I think is probably the best hold down dodge ability. Because if you do this, you hold it down. It's full red build, by the way, to actually proc this one. But this one does a lot of damage. From my testing, I've gotten around 100k, almost 200k. And my my build for Noah Brown isn't anything too crazy. She's not maxed out. She's not she's basically just first impressions. And from what I've seen, the Juliet Snare is a really good skill. So we have the Sinister Dummy, so immediately before attacking, so he's going to attack me, and I'm going to dodge. We get the dodge, let me see. Attack into me, bro, come on. Let's see, come on. Let's see, come on. There we go, so you get the dodge, and it basically drops a dummy that knocks them up, and then they get knocked on the ground for a bit, right? Not anything too crazy. But we have the ultimate. I guess we don't have to go into a stage to show off the ultimate, but for the ultimate, you transform, you become the giant form of her, and for 10 seconds, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 10 seconds. No, so 9 seconds. So 9 seconds you can spam her attack string, and what it's going to do is it's going to spam her regular attack, and she's invincible in this form the entire time. So once you do that, she becomes small again, and then boom, she's back to normal. So that's going to be her ultimate. And then this is going to be her Taimanin art. So if you do her regular attack string, this is what it's going to look like with the Taimanin art. I'll show off the regular attack string as well without Taimanin art. So this is without Taimanin art, right? So you're just doing that, and then you just keep spamming like that. It's not too bad. I think with Taimanin art is definitely better though, because you get that little extra attack at the end. So if I'm doing this, right, we get closer, we do that, and then we do that, that kick right there. That's kind of what you want to run the Taimanin art for. And then right here we have the Amanda's Exile. So if you do your attack string, right, if you do your full attack string like that, and then you get that attack right there. So I can't really, let me time it. Let me see if I can time this correctly. Oh, I didn't time it. Okay, let me try it one more time. Let's see if I can time this perfectly. Like that. There you go. And then you get the little heal at the end, right? So that's kind of her. It's kind of, that's the Amanda's Exile. It's kind of like Gale Slash from Corna, if you guys have used that. And then this is going to be Edgar's Enigma right here. So if you do a double dodge, you spawn the little shooting thing, the little eyeball guy, and they'll start shooting the enemy for you, which is pretty cool. But this skill is her level 81 skill, so you're not actually going to be able to get this easily, right? That's kind of the problem with that build, or like, you know, the Noah Brown, is that one of her best skills. I think Edgar's Enigma is definitely really good because it spawns 2 enemies that just start shooting from range, right? And you could also like combo attack into it like that. So I think that's going to be really useful if you do 81 her. But that's basically the kit of Noah Brown in my first impressions. I don't think she's anything too crazy. Her ultimate's very fun. Her kit does look alright. I can show you guys actually like the builds I went with. So I'll show you guys like what I ran. But nothing from her kit is like too crazy from the looks of it. Like I didn't really like find her like too like broken or anything like that. This is the blue build I was running, so you can take off the Taimanin art for all the builds, by the way. So you run like this set. You can run Robert's Revenge, Marauding Mandy, and then Amanda's Exile. And then if you're running like a full red build, I went with Juliet's Sneer, and this one was really good for ult rushing. And I switched my supporters because my supporter lineup is this right now. I switched to have the Ingrid supporter, which Ingrid actually is a ult rush supporter, but she does lower the normal attack damage, or the ultimate damage I should say. But it's not too bad, right? And then I can show off all the skills. So these are what they provide. So set 1 for the Pinocchio's Prank is going to give cooldown. Set 1 for blue is going to give damage, and then falling, it's going to add a falling attack for the red. For Harpy's Dream Shade, it's going to be the full green build, right? So you're going to want a full green if you want to do this one. And you're going to hold to launch a consecutive attack. And then if you run full green, you're going to be able to do a lot of damage with that. I just don't think this one has enough range to be viable. It's not going to be anything too crazy. But you still can definitely use it. And then Caroline's Malice is going to be a 2-set bonus for any color. So you get reduced damage taken, you get increased charge attack time by 2 seconds, and then increased damage against the enemy for 12 seconds, so depending on your build. And then Marauding Mandy, I chose this one because if you do the full blue build, you have 2 skills that actually give you healing. So restore HP by giving damage. I feel like if you build Noah correctly, she could, you know, be not as good as Murasaki or anything like that. But she definitely has some healing viability in her passives and stuff, right? In her kit. So I think that's like a, you know, like an option. But I think the best build that I went with when using her was definitely full red with Juliet's Sneer. I was running this build right here. Let me change the build right here. I think I had Robert's Revenge, I think, right? Juliet's Sneer is the hold. So let me see. Is this one the hold? No. Okay, no, I have it on. Okay, never mind. So let me change this to... no, Amanda's Exile is fine, actually. We keep that. And then we change the supporter lineup, and you guys will see the bonus we get if we run full red. We bring Ingrid. We can bring... what's that supporter as well? I think we can bring, not the Emily Simmons supporter, this supporter right here, the Nina Weaver. Increased damage over range attacks. I think Noah Brown's attack skill is actually ranged, so you can abuse that if I'm not mistaken. So and then we'll just put another red character just to show you guys like what it works. So we'll put Homura for just a second. But if you go here, if you see like all the bonuses from red, it's really good, and the damage you do with this, I've seen like upwards of like 100-200k. So really good. And if you're running like full red, you do get a lot of like damage bonuses with your kit. So Sinister Dummy, you get an attack buff. If you're running Amanda's Exile, you get another attack buff. Robert's Revenge is going to give you bleed against the target. And then when you run Juliet's Sneer, you're going to be doing a lot of damage with the attack right there. So that's going to be my first impressions on Noah Brown. I think she's all right. Obviously, these are first impressions, so don't take my word for granted. Like, I've used her and she's not too bad. Her normal attack string, I think, is also like a fault for her as well. It's because it's not really too like consistent. But other than that, I think she's a fine character. She's definitely better than Sakura, I'd say, probably. Just from my experience, I think she's better than I don't know. She's probably as good as Kirara, if you guys have used Kirara. I think I could probably compare her to her. She's maybe a little bit worse than Sakura, or maybe a little bit better, depending on how you play with her. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree with my like points for Noah Brown here. I think she's all right. But we'll have to see in the future if she does get like a crazy build that's like super cracked. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.